Hello, welcome back. Tonight I will do for King Paimon description of the cover because I am working on the Asmodeus grimoire recording about the book now, and there I was very much focused on the way Asmodeus looks, no, and that speaks too very much about Asmodeus because he likes to be seen. And of course, in King Paimon situation is different; it's the opposite, no. And I would love to describe the personality or the demeanor or the presence of King Paimon through the way he looks, through the way he appears, no. So on the cover we have this beautiful temple, no. So well, the location is very important. The temple. That already says a lot about King Paimon. And it is a large temple that again can say a lot about King Paimon. Then we have, of course, the presence of King Paimon. King Paimon is very large, is very big. Then we have the cloak, the robe that he carries. It's the color green. This too has a meaning, as I have described in the Asmodeus grimoire. No, I keep the same thought of line of imagining the different qualities of this aspect so we can understand him better, so we can know who he is, no? In the meaning of his personalities, because this is correlated to him. It does speak to us, you know, as an image does or as a text or a book does. And they represent themselves often, no? There is this element in King Paimon's case. It was I did speak in many recordings about his appearance, so it is a very high importance as well. The costume, the way he appears, no, or the meanings beyond that, it represents him. At the same way, in the case of Asmodeus, so the King Paimon does carry this element of the king, of course. So he is older than Asmodeus, if I was to compare, no? This the element of something older. And the dark, no, it shimmers in the photo, and say there is this speckles of light everywhere, this very beautiful nuance, no? It goes into the green, it goes into the vegetation factor, no? The green, it's like like a green leaf or a green plant, no? So it has these qualities of the earth, of the plant, of the gentle of the growth, or even the need of water is very much connected to Paimon as well. It is somehow in a deserted land. It looks deserted, no? It is connected, of course, to King Paimon, especially those who know already about him, that he is very much connected to the sands, to the sun, to the west. So the beautiful elements of King Paimon is, they are all very calm. There is a silence that comes with him. There is a presence that requires silence, no? And in the same time, it doesn't require nothing. That's to say, King Paimon is authoritative through his own being. There is no need in that meaning, no? To say he doesn't search or look for. It's a different type of recognition that King Paimon does, and it is a little bit more intricate for the symbols or for the beautiful cape rope, no? And the temple, as I've said, is very connected, no? It speaks about something holy, the temple. It speaks about a place of prayer, no? So, well, King Paimon prays, no? King Paimon is a man of faith. King Paimon is a man of God. King Paimon is a traveler, a seeker in the same time. So his persona is characterized through these elements. In the same time, there is a softness, there is a gentleness, there is a very, I almost say, sweet soul, no? I would say, because King Paimon is like, he does carry the element of the child very much in himself as well. Sometimes he does appear younger or young, no? But they are too distinguished because first is the authoritative role that he carries, no? Through his symbols, through his appearance. And then we have the the King Paimon is connected to the past, that is more childlike, that is more connected to the desert, to the sun. And the velvet, the blue, it is somehow a little different, because we have the green, but it doesn't go in another color. It stays green, and then it just moves into the black. No, that's beautiful contrast that we have between the lighter form of the green and the darker color. So these are very beautiful. A very beautiful nuance. And then with the element of light, which brings the warmth, this orange, this light, and the yellow, of course, the white. It's important in like a candle is. It has white, it has a little orange, no? Sometimes even red, so there is a nuance to the color. And then we see the element of the candles, we see the element of the light. You see there is like something beautiful in the appears, but in the same time there is this loneliness. There is this huge space, no, this cathedral where he finds himself, and the temple too, to say, well, appears interestingly into the story as well. It is connected to the story as well. The temple, no, where he finds the woman that he loves. It is in the market. In the same time, she is in a temple in that market. So there is a connection, of course, to the temple, even towards the story or to the qualities of King Paimon. He does. So the element of the silence, no? They say, well, if there is music playing, then it's just a little bit. You just hear it a little bit. If the water is pouring or going, it's just a little bit. There's always this element of a little bit of light, a little bit of something, no? But all the other is a silence. It's the beautiful element of the there's a certain type of harmony in the air through that silence form. Through that silence, there is a moment of waiting. No, it's something very beautiful. And the robe, no, too, is almost like it's a fashion style, so to say, no, and it speaks about the part of the ceremony, of the part of the, the traveler part of the cape, the one who goes and wanders, or the one who travels. So it has this element of nature and freedom. So King Paimon, even if he's in a temple, he is connected to nature. He has this element of the nature aspects, through that green, through that vegetation, through that color. And the white is not only white, as I've said, it has these sparkles of light, or it has this, there's this very beautiful, the element of fire, and then it creates something. It's so beautiful, that element. But they say everything is in little dose. Everything is mastered by the master. King Paimon is king. King Paimon is master, and he understands the meaning of his persona, of course, too, so that it is the knowledge that he too has, so he presents, so it is a part of that as well. And the book is found on Amazon. It's called The King Paimon, Lord of the Endless Silence, The Lord of the Abyss. It is a large book, my largest book until now, a grimoire, that carries the story of King Paimon throughout a travel, throughout his life, history. It's created or thought about ancient history, and it goes telling the story of him through on a different period of time, where he travels in a temple and he meets a girl who plays music, and then there is this interaction with them, and then they together travel through the desert. So it is that story of love of King Paimon. And King Paimon is, to say, he is most and foremost king, and a king that always say is there for the people. So the king is always there for the people. And the king has this, they have the qualities known as King Paimon does. It is authoritative figure in the same time. Well, the presence of the king brings solution. The king brings that part as well, and it's connected to the meeting of him with the girl, because the girl was sitting there and playing. She was not expecting to see him there or meet King Paimon, no? And then he appeared. And then what my question as a writer was, did he know that she is there, or it was a fate? Was it an incident? It just happened that they met there, or it was like, And then to say, well, from my understanding of how I thought about it in the book, is that to say, well, in a way, yes, I think so, because King Paimon does have this ability, of the future in a way, or of the understanding or the wisdom that he carries, or if not, something brought him there, something, it was like definitely in a way we can say a fated, the way it was fated, or helped by the wind, helped by those elements of the desert, And it's connected to the temple, it's connected to even the end of the book, of the story, because King Paimon will marry, of course, his bride, and then there is this idea of the temple, which represents at the same time marriage, or, of course, a church. A temple is a church, just a larger scale. The temple is a larger construction, and it survives very long. It's the idea of time, the eternal aspect of King Paimon as well. Thank you so much for listening. I will record another time with a more understanding about King Paimon. If you want to buy the book, you can find in the description box a link below, and you can order it. It's published on Amazon. It tells the story of King Paimon that has a lot of beautiful insights. It is a beautiful love story. It is a beautiful book that goes through history and telling the story of King Paimon. Thank you so much for listening. Until next time, bye.